Hello everyone, so let's get started with lecture number 3 of GST. If you want to revise the previous session, the link is provided in the description below. Go check out that link. Okay, so we are going ahead in the lecture number 3. In this lecture, we are going to see the chain mechanism, how the product flows from see, manufacturer to wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer, and retailer to consumer. Okay, so this is the chain. Okay, always remember profit is written above the arrow mark. Profit is written above the arrow marks. Okay, in this every case, and there are three more columns. First is cost price, another is tax, and amount of tax. Okay, now suppose the manufacturer is in Mumbai and the wholesaler is in Rajasthan. Okay, so the trade is happening outside the state. So in this case, the tax will be IGST. Okay, so accordingly you have to take the decision how the transaction is taking place. And next would be, suppose the wholesaler is selling it to the retailer, you have to make sure where are they located. The tax covered is IGST or CGST, SGST. Okay, in the similar manner you will cover this part. Okay, so this is denoting cost price of wholesaler. Okay, this denotes cost price of retailer and cost price of consumer. Okay, you have to write this below. Okay, tax will be written in this column and amount of tax will be written in this column. Okay, as we do multiple sums, you will understand why I have made these three columns. Okay, now let's take one example. There is a person A sells the product to B, B sells it to the C, and C sells it to D. Okay, A has added some profit and sold it to the B. B has added some profit and he's selling it to C. Similar manner the chain goes on. Okay, this is the end user. Okay, D is the end user. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can comment your doubt in the comment section. I will discuss in the next lecture. All right, now cost price plus profit plus tax will give you the selling price. Cost price plus profit plus tax will give you the selling price. Okay, selling price inclusive of tax. Okay, now same three columns. First is cost price, another is tax, and next is amount of tax. Okay, so these are the three columns, mandatory columns for your sums. Okay, these are the mandatory column for your sums. Now let's see exercise 1b. In exercise 1b, what are we going to do? See, there is the good or services sold for rupees 15,000. Okay, sold for 15,000. So what I will say, this would be 15,000. We'll write it over here. Okay, 15,000 under intrastate. Whenever there is a word intrastate, we can say the trade is happening within the state. Intra means within the state. Within the state. All right. Now, whenever the trade is happening within the state, we can say we will charge CGST plus SGST. Obviously, we will charge only CGST and SGST. What is the rate of tax given? 12%. So we will consider 6% as CGST and 6% as SGST. So let's calculate this 6% and 6% over here. Okay, total would be 12%. Okay, in this case, the tax charged would be CGST plus SGST. CGST plus SGST. Okay, and which is equal to total 6 plus 6, 12%. Okay, whenever we talk about the tax, this total 12%, can I say 12% of 15,000? 12% of 15,000 will be equal to 12 divided by 100. Of means multiplication. 15,000. 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut. So what is the exact tax we are getting here? Let's see the tax. In this case, 12 zeros are 0, 12 5s are 60, 6 carry, 12 ones are 12 plus 6, 18. can I say 1800 rupees is the total tax? Okay, 1800 is the total tax, out of which 900 goes to the central government and 900 goes to the state government. All right. Now let's see what are they asking in the question. See, selling price at station A. Selling price at station A. Okay, A is selling and B is purchasing. So this is the 15,000 rupees. Can I say selling price will be 15,000 rupees? Okay. Now we have already calculated the 6% of 15,000. Okay, which will be half of this, 900 and 900. So this would be 900 rupees and 900 rupees. What is the next part? Cost price at station B. Okay, cost price at station B. What is the cost price at station B? Same 15,000. Okay, cost price at station B will be 15,000 rupees. Now, if the profit of 5,000, selling price at station B they are asking. Okay, if the profit of 5,000 is expected, now the same goods and services are moved under interstate. Whenever we talk about interstate, that means the trade is happening outside the state. Now B is selling the product. See, B is further selling the product to C. Okay, first he purchased from A, and profit is given as 5,000 rupees. B has purchased for rupees 15,000. We'll write 15,000 over here. Okay, and then what he did, the GST charge was 12%. Okay, now what is happening? B is selling the product to C. At what profit? 5,000 profit. So 15,000 plus 5,000 will give me 20,000. Okay, so 20,000. But in this transaction, what type of tax will be covered? Interstate means 12% IGST. IGST will be equal to 12% in this case. Okay, let's calculate that also. Can I say 12% of 20,000 we will calculate? We'll calculate 12% of 20,000 will give me how much? Tax paid will be equal to 12 upon 100. 12 upon 100 of means multiplication of 20,000. Okay, 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut. Let's multiply. 12 to the 24 and 00. Okay, which is in rupees. Now what is given? We have already calculated the tax. Now let's see what they are asking. Selling price at station B. Okay, selling price at station B. See, this is the cost price plus profit. Okay, 15 plus 5. This is what cost price at station B, and this is 5,000. Now what they are asking, selling price at station B. So it will be sold as 20,000 rupees. So can I say this would be 20,000 rupees? Agreed, because it is sold at a profit of 5,000. So 15,000 plus 5,000 will give me 20,000. So that is my selling price at station B. Okay. Now what is happening? They are asking us GST. So GST is how much? 12%, which we have already calculated here. 2,400 rupees. So we'll write 2,400 rupees as the GST. Okay. Now cost price at station C. Okay, cost price at station C. So this is nothing but the cost price at station C, which is again 20,000 rupees. 20,000 rupees. Okay, so cost price at station C is 20,000 rupees. I hope the sum is clear. Let's verify our answer. Okay, this is 15,900, 900, 15,900, 900, then again 15,000, then next is what? Then again 20,000 here, 2,400 and 20,000. Okay, so our answer is correct. Okay, I hope the concept is clear. Now let's move on to the next sum. I want you to read this sum in your mind. Goods and services are sold from Agra, UP to Kanpur, UP for 20,000 rupees. See, goods are sold from UP to UP. That means we can say that transaction is happening within the state. The transaction is happening within the state for 20,000, and then from Kanpur to Jaipur. In this case, the state is changed. Kanpur to Jaipur, which is located in Rajasthan. If the rate of GST is 18% and the profit made at Kanpur is 5,000, find the net GST paid by the dealer at Kanpur. Okay, and the cost of goods or services at Jaipur. See how to tackle the question. First, we will make the chain. First, we will make the chain. What is happening? The goods are sold from Agra to Kanpur, and then from Kanpur we are selling it to the Rajasthan. Okay, this is that chain. Now in this case, I told you we will make two column. Okay, first is the cost price wala column, first is the cost price wala column, and another is the tax wala column. Okay, see, I hope these small things are visible to you. Okay, fine, it's visible properly. Okay, the cost price and tax are mandatory one. All right, now in this case, what is happening? Goods are sold from Agra to Kanpur for 20,000 rupees. So we'll write 20,000 over here. Okay, now from this, then from Kanpur to Jaipur, if the rate of GST is 18%, okay, here also the rate is 18%, and here also the rate is 18%. But see, in this case, Kanpur to Jaipur, in Kanpur to Jaipur, we will calculate IGST. Okay, but in case of Agra to Kanpur, we will calculate CGST and SGST. CGST plus SGST. Okay, so space is not there. Wait, I will make some changes. CGST plus SGST will write. CGST plus SGST. All right, so this is 18% total. That means 9% CGST and 9% SGST will be charged on 20,000 rupees. Okay, now after adding this profit, we will write it here. 20,000 plus 5,000 will write 25,000 over here. Okay, now what they are asking, the net GST payable by dealer at Kanpur. How much Kanpur ka dealer will pay? First of all, we will have to calculate input tax. Okay, and then we will calculate output tax. Okay, output tax, and the difference between the two will give me output minus input will be the net tax payable at Kanpur. Okay, first of all, we'll calculate output tax. Now how we will calculate output tax? See, whenever we calculate output tax, we will see how much amount was collected from Jaipur. Okay, how much amount was collected from Jaipur. Now just I want you to pause the video. And just see 25,000 ka 18% is how much? 25,000 ka 18% is how much? Just see 25,000 का 18% कैलकुलेट कर लेते हैं. 18% मीन्स 18 डिवाइडेड बाय 100 into 25,000. So 25,000 will be like this. 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut. So this will give me how much? Tax collected. Okay. So in this case, we can say output tax also, we can call it output tax. Okay, which would be equal to 18 into 250. 18 into 250. 18 into 250. So which is equal to 4500. Which is equal to 4500 rupees. Okay, so tax collected from Jaipur was 4500. Now input tax, let's calculate. Input tax is how much? Input tax, we will calculate 20,000 पे 18%. Okay, we'll calculate input tax also. Maybe next slide we will calculate input tax. Input tax will be equal to how much? 18%. See, it is segregated 9%, 9%. I'm directly calculate 20%, 20,000 पे 18%. 18% of how much? 20,000 rupees. Of 20,000 rupees. Okay, so can I say 18 divided by 100 of means multiplication? This is 20,000 rupees. Okay, zero cut, zero cut, zero cut, zero cut. All right, now let's multiply 18 to the 36, 3600. Okay, now input tax is 3,600 and output tax is 4,500. So net tax payable, net tax payable will be equal to output minus input. Output minus input. Okay, so which would be equal to 4,500, 4,500 minus 3,600, 3,600. Okay, so this would give me 400 plus 5, 900, 900 rupees total. So the person who is at Jaipur, sorry, who is at Kanpur will pay the tax of 900 rupees. He will pay the tax of 900 rupees. Okay. Now see, the net GST payable by dealer at Kanpur is 900 rupees. We have calculated this as 900 rupees. Now next, what are they asking? The cost of goods or services at Jaipur. Okay, the cost they are asking. So cost is 25,000. So can I say the cost of goods or services at Jaipur is equal to rupees 25,000. I hope this part is now clear. See, first we calculate the cost. Okay, then we calculate on cost price, we calculate tax. Okay, and then we get the selling price. Okay, so this is your answer. And what is the net tax payable is 900 rupees, and cost of goods or services at Jaipur cost is 25,000. If they are asking about inclusive, you add the 18% also. You add that 18%, whatever tax you have calculated, to this 25,000. Selling price, if we want to calculate, selling price will be equal to 25,000. 25,000 plus how much is the tax at Jaipur? We have calculated 18% of 25,000. 18% of 25,000 we have calculated at 4,500. 4,500. Okay, so this would be equal to 29,500 rupees. All right, so this is your final answer. Okay, selling price will be this, that is the amount collected from the end user, and the net tax payable would be output minus input, which is 900 rupees. Okay, so I hope this part is clear. Quickly make a note of this. Okay, now next would be how much? Question number 3. I want you to read this question and try on your own. What are they telling us? What are they telling us to find? A very easy question, little bit lengthy, but fine. Goods and services are sold from Kota, Rajasthan to Mumbai. See, there is change of state. Rajasthan to Mumbai, and from Mumbai to Pune. Here there is no change of state. Okay, so in this case, first case, there will be IGST. Cost price नहीं, tax की जगह पे लिखना है. Okay, here we will calculate IGST, which is equal to how much percent they have given? 12%. Right, 12% is the IGST. And from Mumbai to Pune, now here there will be CGST, SGST plus SGST. Total will be again 12%. Okay, now find the net GST paid at Pune. Okay, they are asking us net GST paid at Pune. Net GST. We do not know, we'll write question mark. Okay, if the dealer at Pune is the end user, this is the end user they are telling. Now let's go back to the chain. Goods and services are sold from Rajasthan to Mumbai for 20,000 rupees. यहाँ से यहाँ पे how much they are charging? 20,000 rupees. 20,000 rupees. And the profit made at Mumbai is rupees 5,000. So we will write 5,000 over here and we'll add that. 20,000 plus 5,000 will give me 25,000. Okay. Now see, we will calculate 12% of 25,000. We'll calculate 12% of 25,000. Let's calculate 12% of net tax paid by the dealer at Pune. By the dealer at Pune is equal to how much? 12% of 25,000. 12% of 25,000. Okay, so this would be equal to 12% means 12 upon 100 into 25,000 is like this, 25,000. 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut. Okay, see, I hope you are getting what I am telling. Try to understand. The sum is very easy. Whatever number we will write here, you will simply calculate the percentage. Whatever number you will write here, will calculate the percentage. Okay, so 12 zeros are 0, 12 fives are 60, 6 carry, 12 twos are 24, 24 plus 630, 3,000 rupees. Okay, so 3,000 rupees is a tax paid by the dealer at Pune. All right, find the net GST paid at Pune if the dealer at Pune is the end user. That's all. One thing they are asking, no, other things are not being asked. Okay, so this is your final answer, 3,000 rupees. Okay, and in this case this would be CGST half and half. Okay, so that's all about the sum. 3,000 rupees is the tax. Fourth question, pause the video and try it on your own. All right, so I hope everyone has tried this question. A is the dealer in Banaras, UP. They are talking about. He supplies goods or services worth rupees 8,000 to dealer B in Agra, UP. So same, the transaction is happening within the state. Dealer B in turn supply the same goods and services to dealer C in Patna, Bihar. Okay, so they are specifically mentioning that there is change of state at a profit of rupees 1,200. Find the input and output tax for the dealer C under GST system if rate of GST is 18% and C does not sell his good or services further. That means, can I say C is the end user? Okay, now let's see. Here what we are supposed to underline, C is the end user. Okay, so he is not selling any of the product further. So C is called as what? End user. C is the end user. Okay, now let's see how the product is flown from A to B. C, Banaras UP, Agra UP, same state. Then change of state, right? In change of state, we will calculate IGST. And when that state is not changed, we will calculate CGST, SGST. Okay, we'll calculate GST as CGST, SGST. The percentage they have given is 18%. 18%. Okay. In this case, we will calculate our IGST, which is equal to how much? 18%. We'll calculate 18%. Now, see, A is a dealer in Banaras. He supplies the goods and services worth rupees 8,000. From here to here, he is selling some goods worth rupees 8,000. Okay. Now, to dealer B in Agra, dealer B in turn supplies the same goods and services to dealer C in Patna at a profit of 1,200. Okay, so whatever number you get as a profit, you add it. 8,000 plus 1,200, 9,200, you write it over here. Okay, So this is how you write the chain. If you are making any mistake, okay, so you will not get the correct answer. Now find the input and output tax for the dealer C under GST system. Okay, now see, as C is not selling this product to anyone, as C is not selling the product to anyone, output tax for C will be 0. Okay, as C is the end user, as C is the end user, we can say output tax, output tax for C will be 0, will be 0. Why 0? Because he is the end user and he is not further selling the goods. Okay, so input tax will be 18% of IGST, 18% of 9200. IGST will be equal to 18% of 9200. 18% of 9200. Okay, so 18% means, can I say 18 divided by 100 of multiplication 9200. Okay, 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut. Okay, so this would be 18 multiplied by 92, 18 multiplied with 92, 1656. So 1656 rupees. So can I say IGST or input tax? Input tax will be equal to 1656, right? So net payable, net tax paid by C will be equal to output minus input. Okay, output minus input, so which is equal to 1656. Okay, so your answer would be 1656. As the input tax is 1656, your final answer would remain 1656. Okay, so see why output tax is 0 in this case, because C is not selling the product further. C is not selling the product further. So your final answer would be 18% of this. Just stop there. All right, so I hope this part is clear. I want you all to solve this sum number 5 on your own. Let's start with question number 5. What it says: A is a dealer in Meerut, UP. He supplies the goods and services worth rupees 15,000 to a dealer B in Ratnam. Dealer B in turn supplies the same goods and services to dealer C in Jabalpur at a profit of 3,000 rupees. If the rate of tax under GST system is 18%, find the cost of goods or services to dealer C in Jabalpur and the net tax payable by dealer B. Okay, now let's write this given data in the chart format. See, at a profit of 3,000 rupees, we'll write this 3,000 over here because the profit is of 3,000 rupees. Now, what was the cost price? Starting price was 15,000 rupees. Okay, so we'll write 15,000 over here. Then this 15,000 mein 3,000 will be added, which will be 18,000 here. Now what is the rate of tax? Rate of tax is 18% everywhere. So we'll write 18% here and we'll write 18% over here, tax. Okay, but let's see what is IGST. In this case, see, it will be IGST. It will be IGST. Why IGST? Because there is change of state. And in this case, it would be CGST, SGST. CGST plus SGST. Why such things are happening? Because see, here there is no change of state, but here there is change of state, right? So let's calculate 18% of 15,000. 18% of 15,000. 18% of 15,000. Can I say this is nothing but my input tax? input tax will be equal to 18% of 15,000. Input tax for B. See, this is input and this is output. This is input and this is output. So first we will calculate input tax. So 18% of 15,000 will give me the input tax. So 18% is nothing but 18 divided by 100 into 15,000. Okay, so 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut. 18 into 150 we will multiply. Let's multiply 18 into 150. Correct. 18 into 150. 2700. 2700 in rupees. This is my input tax. Now let's calculate output tax as well. Okay, so that would be 18% of 18,000. Output tax will be 18% of 18,000 rupees. Okay, so which would be equal to 18 divided by 100 into 18,000. 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut. Let's multiply 18 into 180. 18 into 180. So this would be 3240. 3240, which is in again rupees. All right. See, so output minus input, output tax for B. Right. So can I say net tax payable? Net tax payable will be output minus input. So let's write it over here. Just a minute. Okay. Net tax payable. Net tax payable will be equal to output tax minus input tax. Okay, the output is how much? 3240. 3240 minus input is 2700. Okay, so let's subtract them. This would be 40 and 32 minus 27. 3 plus 2, 540 rupees. All right. So can I say the net tax payable by B will be equal to 540 rupees? Agreed or not? Agreed or not? Where it went? 540 rupees here. Okay, so 540 rupees is the net tax payable. Any other thing there, net tax payable by B is 540 rupees. We have already calculated this, 540 rupees. Okay, now the cost of goods and services to dealer C in Jabalpur. The cost of goods and services to the dealer C. Dealer C के लिए output tax will be 0. Dealer C के लिए output tax will be 0. Okay, so this is the cost price. This is the cost price for dealer C. This is the cost price for dealer C. But inclusive of tax, we will calculate cost price for dealer C is equal to 18,000. This is without tax. This is without tax. Okay, cost price for dealer C inclusive of tax will be 18,000 plus that tax rate, 18% of 18,000. How much we have calculated? 18% of 18,000 is 3240. Okay, so 3240 has to be added. Let's add 18,000. This would be 240 and 18 plus 3, 21. 21,240 rupees is the total cost for dealer C inclusive of tax, including tax. Okay, so this is your final answer. This is your final answer. Just check. 21240. Okay, so I hope you got it what I wanted to explain. All right, so let's move on to question number 6. What it says, a dealer X in Hapur UP supplies the goods and services worth rupees 50,000 to some other dealer Y in the same city. Now the dealer Y supplies the same goods and services to dealer Z in Calcutta at a profit of 20,000 rupees. Okay, so output and input tax for dealer Y and net GST payable by dealer Y they are asking. Okay, so let's make the chart. See, from this UP the transaction is happening within the state. All right, so in this case we will say what we will calculate, normal CGST SGST, okay, which is your GST. Write it over here, CGST SGST, CGST plus SGST. Okay, so GST is how much? Let me check. GST rate 28% they have given. Okay, at each state, each stage. Okay, but from here to here Calcutta there is change of state. There is change of state. Here will be IGST. Here there will be IGST, which is equal to how much? 28%. 28% IGST. Okay, now let's see the cost price. How much is the cost price? Worth 50,000 and profit of 20,000. Here we will write the profit of 20,000 and worth was 50,000. This was 50,000 rupees. So what we will do? We will write 50,000 plus 20,000 over here, which is equal to 70,000. This is 70,000. Okay. Now 50,000 plus 20,000, 70,000. Now let's calculate this tax. See, whenever you are calculating 28% of this, always remember half tax will be given to the central government, half will be given to the state government. Okay. Now we are calculating input tax for Y. We'll calculate input tax for Y. Input tax for Y will be equal to how much? 28% of 50,000. 28% of 50,000. Okay, so which is coming out to be 28 divided by 100 of means multiplication 50,000. Okay, so 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut. Let's multiply 28 into 500. So 0 0 here. 5 8 5 is a 40. 5 2 is a 10. 10 plus 4 14. Okay, so 14,000. So can I say input tax is 14,000 rupees? Input tax is 14,000 rupees. Now let's calculate output tax. Output tax for Y will be equal to how much? See, 28% of 70,000. 28% of 70,000. So this would be equal to 28 divided by 100 of means multiplication 70,000. 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut. So let's multiply these two numbers. We will get 0 0 and 7 8 is a 56, 5 carry, 7 2 is a 14 plus 5 19. Okay, so 19,600 is the output tax. So we will do output minus input to get the net tax payable. Net tax to be paid by Y. To be paid by Y will be equal to 14,000 minus, sorry, 19,600 minus this 14,000. Okay, so which is equal to how much we are getting? This is your 600 and 19,000. 19 में से 14 minus कर दो, which will be 5,600 rupees. Okay, so we'll say what? Let's see. Net tax payable is 5,600 rupees. First one is 5,600 rupees. And next they are asking us about output and input taxes, which we have already calculated. Let's verify our answer now. 5,600 and input tax will be how much is the given part? 14,000. We have already got this. And this output tax IGST which is 19,600. Okay, so this is your sum. I want you to note it down. If you have understood this well, okay, see, always remember how we are calculating the tax based on the state change. How we are calculating the tax based on state change. Okay, so this is your final sum. If you understood this, very good. Go ahead with the next sum. See, this is the same repetitive method. This is the same repetitive method for every sum, upcoming sums. All right. Now let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. See question number 7. Let's read question number 7 what it says. Consultancy services worth rupees 50,000 are transferred from Delhi to Calcutta. Okay, from Delhi to Calcutta at a rate of 18% GST at with a profit of 20,000. Find the output tax at Delhi, Calcutta, Nainital. Look, wait. See, Nainital there is the end user. Output tax at Nainital will be 0. Okay, output tax at Nainital will be 0. I hope this part is clear. Why it will be 0? Because he is the end user, because he is not selling anything further. Now let's go back to the sum. Consultancy services worth rupees 50,000 are transformed from Delhi to Calcutta. Delhi to Calcutta 50,000 में transfer किया service को. We'll write 50,000 over here. Okay. From Delhi to Calcutta at a rate of 18% GST. GST rate will write it over here 18%. Okay. Same है both side, they are same only 18%. Okay. Now then from Calcutta to Nainital with a profit of 20,000. Okay, Calcutta to Nainital, okay, with the profit of 20,000. So we'll write 20,000 over here. Okay, already written, no need to write it again. Okay, fine. So this is 20,000. Now what we will do, 50,000 plus 20,000, we'll write it 70,000 over here. See, this is the common step for each and every sum. 20,000 at the same rate of GST. Find the output tax at Delhi. First, what we will do? First, we will calculate output tax at Y. Okay. So 18% of 70,000. First, we will calculate 18% of 70,000. This will give me output tax. Output tax at, we can say output tax for Y. Output tax for Y will be equal to 18% of 70,000 means 18 upon 100 into 70,000. 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut. This would be 0, 0. 7 8s are 56, 5 carry, 7 1s are 7 plus 2. Okay, 12,600 rupees is your output tax for Y. Okay, now let's go back. We will calculate input tax for Y. Okay, see, input tax for Y is same as output tax for X. So we can write it as output tax for X. Output tax for X will be equal to how much? Can I say 18% of 50,000? 18% of 50,000. Common sense. So 18 divided by 100 into 50,000. 0 0 cut, 0 0 cut. Okay, 18 into 50 we will 500 we will multiply. यहाँ पे double 0. Okay, 5 8s are 40, 4 carry, 5 and 5 plus 4, 9, 9,000 rupees. Okay, so we have already calculated. See, this is 0. Why 0? Because the goods and services are not sold further. Delhi का कितना आया? I guess 9,000. अभी calculate किया. This is 9,000. Okay, and for Calcutta output tax 70,000 का 18%, which is equal to 12,600. 12,600. Okay, let's check the answer now. 9,000, 12,600, 9,000, 12,600 and 0. Okay, so this is how you are supposed to calculate. See, I told you, always make those two rows. That will be definitely helpful while you are solving the sums. Okay, see, marked price, printed price, we will do it in the next lecture maybe, but till this part, if you have understood well, then do it properly. Okay, so I hope output tax, input tax is pretty much clear. Output tax, input tax is pretty much clear. Okay, now I will revise it once. Here only will revise. Let's erase everything. Okay, instead of erasing, we can have one separate. Okay, fine. I hope my voice is bit audible. All right. See, in general format, there is a person A. There is a person A. A is selling the product to B. Okay. Is it visible? Yes, yes. Is visible. A is selling the product to B. B is selling the product to C. Always remember, profit is written above. Okay, whatever profit, suppose 2,000 rupees is here, profit plus 2,000. Okay, now C is selling it to D. Okay, suppose the profit is 4,000 here. See, the numbers can be anything, right? Always remember, profit is written above the arrow mark. Okay, suppose A is selling some services, so we'll make two columns. First is cost price, then tax. Okay, so A is selling some services to B at how much rupees? 15,000, suppose 15,000. Okay, so what we will do, from B to C, while you are going, 15,000 plus 2,000, which would be 17,000. You will write it over here. Okay, then 17 plus 4, 21,000. 21,000. Okay, now tax. For tax, what we will do, A to B, you have to see the transaction is happening within the state or outside the state. If it is within the state, your GST will be equal to whatever, suppose 8% is the GST. Okay, every case it is 8%. Okay, 8%, but depends on the location. Okay, depends on the location whether it would be IGST or simple GST. All right, so this is how the chain works. Any other doubt if you have? Acha, input and output. Okay, so this is the input for C and this is the output for C, and output for D will be 0. Output tax for D will be 0. Output tax for D will be 0. And output tax for C. Output tax for C will be how much? See, output tax for C will be 8% of 21,000. 21,000. Okay. Now output tax for B. Output tax for B will be 8% of 17,000. Output tax for B will be equal to 8% of 17,000. 8% of 17,000. Okay, output tax for A, output tax for A will be equal to 8% of 5,000, sorry, 15,000, 8% of 15,000. Okay, now, so we have already calculated output tax, right? So this is how you go ahead output tax, right? Suppose I want to calculate input tax. Okay, input tax, suppose I have already calculated output tax for C, which is 8%. If I want to calculate input tax, so I will write 8% of 17,000 is my input tax for C. If I want to calculate input tax for B, will be 8% of 15,000. Okay, so this is how you go ahead in the chain, right? I hope this chain mechanism is clear. Okay, so let's try to understand what is marked price, printed price, or listed price. Okay, see, these all the three terms are exactly means the same: marked price or printed price or the listed price. Okay, so everywhere you can see mark price is nothing but your MRP, which is actually printed on the product. Okay, so we can call that as mark price, printed price, or listed price. Now let's see why the people make purchases. Okay, people will purchase the goods only when the discount is offered on the mark price. Okay, so always remember the discount is offered only when there is a special occasion like Diwali, Holi. Okay, so discount is offered on MRPs, especially there is a sale going on. All right, so now let's read question number 8. Question number 8 is slightly different than the previous question. Okay, in this question what it says: for a dealer A, the list price of an article is 9,000 rupees, which he sells to the dealer B at some lower price. Okay, there is the good, there is a product whose list price or MRP is 9,000. Okay, so let's take a product, let's take a product. Okay, let's take a product whose MRP is how much? 9,000 rupees. I'm writing it 9k, right? That MRP is for whom? MRP is for customer, right? Which he sells to dealer B. He sells to the dealer B. ये product A ने B को sell कर दिया, which he sells to dealer B at some lower price. Obviously lower price पे sell किया हुआ है. Then B sells the same article to the customer at its list price. Okay, then B ने customer को sell किया at 9,000 rupees. This is your 9,000 rupees over here. Okay, now if the rate of GST is 18%, so can I say 18% is the rate of GST? Okay, for this person also 18%, this person also 18%. Now what he does is, if the rate of GST is 18% and dealer B paid the tax under GST equal to 324. See what B did, B paid the tax to the government at a how much? 324 rupees, rupees 324. Okay, now what we are supposed to calculate, find the amount inclusive of GST paid by dealer B. Okay, inclusive of GST they are asking us. Okay, now let's see, let's assume this amount as X. Okay, so let the cost price for B. Okay, let's start the question. Let the cost price for B be rupees X. Okay, now in this case how we will calculate GST for B? Okay, the tax paid by B, tax paid by B, tax paid by B will be equal to output tax minus input tax. Obviously output tax minus input tax. Now let's see, tax paid by B is how much? 324. They have already given. Okay, output tax, look at the output side. How we will calculate output tax? 18% of 9,000. So we'll write 18% of 9,000 minus input tax. How we will calculate input tax? So can I say 18% of X? Input tax will be 18% of X. So 18% of X. So which would be equal to 324, which is equal to 18% of 9,000 is 18 divided by 100 into 9,000 minus 18 divided by 100 of X. Okay, now let's simplify this further. So this would be 324, which is equal to 18 upon 100. We will take common 18 upon 100. Okay, and then we will do it 9,000 minus X. Okay, when you simplify this, we will multiply 324 into 100 and then divide it by 18. 324 into 100, that will give me 32400. 32400 and then divided by 18. When I divide this, I will get 18 ones are 18 18s are. So I will get 1800 on left side. Okay, so I'm directly writing this as 1800. This will give me 1800 on the left side, and on the right side I have 9,000 minus X. Okay, to get the value of X, what we will do, from 9,000 we will subtract 1800. Okay, so let's do that. 9,000 minus 1800. So this is your answer for 7200 rupees. Okay, now what is this amount? This is the amount which is without tax. Okay, 7200 is the amount without tax. Okay, if I want to calculate the tax on this, I have to calculate 18% of 7200. Okay, let's calculate that also. Tax, or we can say GST amount. GST amount will be equal to 7200, 18% of 7200. 18% of 7200, which is coming out to be 18 upon 100. 7200, 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut. So 18 into 72. So we can say 18 into 72, which would be 1296. 1296. Okay, so total amount would be total amount would be equal to this 1296 plus 7200. 7200 plus 1296. Okay, so let's add it. This would be 96, 2 plus 2 4, and 7 plus 1 8. 8496 rupees is the total amount paid by 8496 is the total amount inclusive of GST. Okay, so this is how you need to calculate. Just reread the question, and if you have any doubt, then ask me in the comment section, then we will have a discussion over it. Okay, so I hope the sum is clear to you all. Now let's see question number 9, what it says. Okay, see, we are reading question number 9, which says the mark price of an article is rupees 6,000. A wholesaler sells it to the dealer at 20% discount. Okay, the dealer further sells the article to a customer at a discount of 10% on the mark price. If the rate of GST at each stage is 18%, find the amount of tax under GST paid by the dealer to the government. Try to understand this question. See, mark price is 6,000 rupees. Mark price is nothing but your MRP of the product. And how the transaction is happening, see here. The transaction is like wholesaler sells it to how much? Dealer sells it to the dealer, and then dealer further sells it to customer at how much discount? How much discount they have given? 20% for the dealer and 10% for the customer. Okay, so what we can say here, MRP में से 10% रिमूव कर दो, 600 माइनस हो जाएगा, विच वुड बी 5400. So can I say the cost price for the consumer or customer is 5400? This is my cost price ka column, this is my tax wala column. Okay, now wholesaler is also selling it to the dealer at some discount. What was that discount? That is 20% off. So can I say 1200 will be subtracted from this? Okay, so we will get 4800 as the cost price for the dealer. Okay, and in each stage the rate of GST is 18%. Okay, 18% in each case. Now they are asking find the amount of tax paid by the dealer to the government. Okay, so amount, net tax paid by the, net tax paid by the dealer, by dealer, would be equal to, can I say output tax minus input tax? Output tax minus input tax. Input tax. How much is my output tax? Look at the output side. 18% of 5400. 18% of 5400 minus input tax. Input tax, can I say 18% of 4800? 18% of 18% of 4800. Okay, so this would be here. 18 by 100, let's take common. 18 by 100, let's take common, and what we will multiply here is 5400 minus 4800. So this would give me 400, 600. This would give me 600, out of which 0, 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut. Okay, so this would be 18 6 108. 108. Okay, so this is 108 is the tax. 108 is the tax paid to the government. Okay, so I hope this sum is clear to you all. All right, just make a note of it, quickly write it down, pause the video and write everything whatever we have written. Now question number 9 we have completed. Now let's move on to question number 10. Question number 10 says what? A is a manufacturer of TV set in Delhi. He manufactures a particular brand TV and TV sets and marks it at 75,000. Okay, so mark price is, current mark price is how much? Mark price is equal to mark price, current mark price, or we can say first mark price. Mark price 1, we can write it. Mark price 1 is 75,000 rupees, 75,000. Now what happens? He then sells this TV to a wholesaler B in Punjab at a discount of 30%. Okay, so there is a manufacturer. How the chain is working? See, there is a manufacturer who sells the TV to a wholesaler. Okay, at how much discount he has offered the wholesaler? At a discount of 30%. So we will subtract 30% of this from 75,000. First calculate discount offered. Discount offered is equal to 30% of 75,000. 30% of 75,000. 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut, 0 cut. Okay, so this would give me double zeros over here, and 5 3s are 15, 1 carry, 7 3s are 21 plus 22. So can I say 22,500 rupees was the discount amount? So we'll subtract this. Okay, so we will get the cost price for the wholesaler. So I'm writing M for manufacturer and W for wholesaler. M gives to wholesaler. Okay, so what was the price? We'll subtract this first. How much is the discount offered? 75,000 minus 22,500. 22,500. So this will give me 50 to 500. 50 to 500. Okay, so what he does, manufacturer sells to the wholesaler at 50 to 500. Now further what happened, let's check. The wholesaler B raises the mark price. Okay, so what he does, he raises the mark price of a TV set bought by 30%. Okay, what he does, he changes the mark price. Now mark price 2, we will have mark price 2, mark price 2, which is equal to, see, 30% से increase कर दिया. This was the original mark price, इसको 30% से increase कर दो, तो 75,000 plus 30% से increase means this 20 to 500 would be added. So this would be added 20 to 500 on initial mark price 75,000. Okay, so this would be mark price, new mark price, new, or we can say new mark price, which is mark price 2. Mark price 2. This would be 75 plus 20, 95, 97, 500. 97, 500 rupees is the new mark price. Okay. Now what he does, B raises the mark price by 30%, then sells it to dealer C in Delhi. Okay, if the rate of GST is 5%, okay, in each case rate of GST is 5%. So यहाँ पे भी 5% है, यहाँ पे भी 5% है. Okay, and wholesaler का already we have calculated. Wholesaler का how much cost price 50 to 500. तो यहाँ पे cost price लिख लो 50 to 500. Okay, he sells to the customer at a rate of 97,500. 97,500. Okay, now what they are asking, see, to calculate, find the tax paid by the wholesaler B to the government. This is my wholesaler. How much tax he will pay to the government? Okay, see, now we have output side, we have input side. So net tax paid will be output minus input. Net tax paid by B would be equal to output tax minus input tax. I hope this part is clear now. Try to understand this. So how much is my output tax? Output tax is, this is paid to the government, GOV. Okay, so 5% of 97,500. 5% of 97,500 minus 5% of 50 to 500. 5% of 50 to 500. 5% of 50 to 500. Okay, we can take 5 by 100 as common. 5 by 100 common ले सकते हैं. Then we will subtract this. Okay, so 500 minus, यहाँ पे 0 आने वाला है. Okay, now 7 minus 2 is 5 and 9 minus 5 is 4. Okay, so 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, let's multiply them. 5 zeros are 0, 5 5s are 25, 2 carry, 5 4s are 20 plus 2, 22. So this is the amount to be paid to the government. This is the amount to given to the government as a tax by whom? By a wholesaler, or we can say B. Okay, so this is how you have to calculate the tax. Let's see, 2250 is answer, correct. Okay, so this is how you need to go ahead in the sum. Question number 10. Okay, so I hope this question number 10 is now clear. Now let's move to question number 11. I think this is the last question of the chapter. Okay, after this was done in the previous lecture already. So this is the last sum for today. Okay, so once we complete this, then we are going to end the session. See, for a trader, I'm reading it for you. For a trader, mark price of a refrigerator is rupees 15,680. This is inclusive of GST. Okay, at the rate of 12% on the mark price. Gagan, a customer for this refrigerator, asks the trader to reduce the mark price of the refrigerator to such an extent that its reduced price plus GST on it is equal to the mark price, initial mark price of the refrigerator. You can write it here, initial mark price. So first we need to calculate initial mark price. Okay, they are telling us initial mark price of the refrigerator. Now for a trader, mark price is 1560 inclusive current mark price. Current mark price is how much? 15680. 15680. Okay, this is inclusive of GST. Included how much GST percentage? 12%. 12% GST. Now let the initial mark price be X. Let the initial marked price, initial mark price be X. Okay, so can I say X plus 12% of X will give me this part 15680. Okay, so 112 X divided by 100 will be equal to 15680. Okay, so X in this case would be, let's divide this 15680 15680. Let's add these two zeros also, 00 by 112. 112. So how much you will get? 14,000. So you will get 14,000 as your initial mark price. Now read the condition carefully, what they want us to find. Okay, reduction भी assume कर लेते हैं. Find the required reduction. Let the reduction be, let the mark price is reduced by Y. Is reduced by Y. Okay, so new mark price will be 14,000 minus Y. New mark price will be 14,000 minus Y, and they are asking us GST on this, GST on new mark price, GST on new mark price, new marked price will be equal to 12% of this, 12% of 14,000 minus Y, 14,000 minus Y. Okay, so now we have new mark price and the reduction in the mark price. New mark price after reduction, we'll write it like this, new mark price after reduction, so it will be easier to understand. Okay, so now in the question they are telling us, ask the trader to reduce the mark price of the refrigerator to such an extent such that it reduced price plus GST, means we have to add these two. Okay, we have to add these two, will be equal to the initial mark price. What was the initial mark price? This is the initial mark price. Initial mark price. Okay, so we will write 14,000 minus Y plus 12% on that, 14,000 minus Y should be equal to 14,000. Okay, let's take something common. So 14,000 minus Y is common, 14,000 minus Y is common, and 1 plus 12 by 100. This would give me 1 plus 12 by 100, which is equal to 14,000. 14,000. Okay, so 100 plus 12, this would give me 14,000 minus y, 112 by 100 into 112 upon 100, which is equal to 14,000. Okay, so what we will do, first we will shift this and then we'll divide it by 112. Okay, so 14,000 into 100, 14,000 into 100, so we'll write additional two zeros, and then we have to divide it by, we have to divide this number by 112. Okay, so we will get 12,500. Okay, so let's write somewhere here. I guess the space is 12,500 we are getting. The space is fine, chalo, ye will write it over here. We have sufficient space. Okay, so 14,000 minus y, 14,000 minus y is equal to 12,500. This is 12,500. Okay, now y would be equal to 14,000 minus 12,000 will give me 12,000. 12,000 में से और 500 subtract करेंगे तो this would give me 2,000 में से 500 additional, so 1,500 should come. Okay, let's check the answer. 1,500. The required reduction in the price is 1,500. So you can write this. The required answer step में, the required answer step में you can write it. So the required reduction in the price should be 1,500 rupees. Okay, so I hope this part is clear to you all. If you like this video, do share it with your friends and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Okay, so we will be coming up with upcoming chapter banking in the next lecture. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Have a nice day.